Well, hey everybody, it's Sandy and welcome back to my channel dedicated to helping you advocate for your own health, one topic at a time. So today I've got a review, guys, for the Spidertech face mask. This is a stick-on mask, so it has no cords, no straps, or anything of the sort. It just fastens by sticking on your face. Rita first asked me about it, but since then I had several people ask me if I would consider reviewing this product. I think people feel that maybe it will come in particularly handy for things like haircuts, where either the ear loops or obviously the head strap might get in the way. So if you want to see my full review, just keep watching. Yeah, so guys, first of all, I just want to say that I've gotten a few comments from people saying, hey, I don't get notified every time you put a video up. So first of all, clicking subscribe won't necessarily get you notified every time I put a video up. So if you want the notification, you can click subscribe, but then also click the bell. Now, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So anyway, on to the Spidertech mask. So yeah, the Spidertech comes from Canada. These are packs of 20. It only comes in a pack of 20 for $25. Comes in various colors. I ordered this bright blue. They say that they are free shipping for anything over $25, but I think what they really mean is 25 and over, because my shipping was free. This came in about 1 week, so it was pretty quick. There is a video on their website showing you how to use this product. Now, it doesn't have any narration. It's got, some written instructions down at the bottom and kind of some annoying music, which I just muted. I must say I'm happy these come in a pack of 20 and are relatively cheap, because I think you need to plan on sacrificing at least one learning how to use them. Now, they say that they are water resistant. They say that they are good for sensitive skin. They say hypoallergenic and latex free and strapless, as I already said. So when you take it out of the package, one single mask looks like this. It's got this wax paper back, and the front is actually kinesiology tape. So for those of you who don't know what kinesiology tape is, it's a tape that you see often used in sports and in physical therapy. You see ankles taped or knees taped, elbows, tendons. And that's what kinesiology tape is. It's kind of stretchy. And I had some concerns about this having a stretchy quality to it, because as I've said in my discussion about what to look for in fabric masks, things that have a stretchy quality to them for masks are generally a no. In terms of reusable masks, the stretchiness doesn't last, okay? So those materials tend to break down. This is a disposable product, so I'm not so worried about that. But any kind of stretch to a material does open up the fibers, so I was concerned about water resistance. But again, they did tell me, and it says on the package that this is supposed to be water resistant, so we're going to check that out. Now, when you look, I'm going to try to do this and be able to see what I'm doing. You see these three black, tiny, small lines here, 1, 2, 3, kind of in a triangle. So what you're supposed to do is break the product by stretching so that those lines, the wax paper backing, will break apart just along those lines. And then we're going to peel off the sides. And this middle section here, I don't know if you can see that that's actually perforated there. That's going to stay. And this part here, which is really the wax paper backing of the kinesiology tape, is going to stay on. And that's how this thing will stick to your face. You'll peel off the wax paper backing here, and it'll stick on the sides of your face. But right here, you'll have that wax paper kind of right in front of you. So nothing's sticking, but that's what you're going to breathe through. Now, they say that it's been tested and it's over 99% filtration. I don't doubt that, because it's really kind of a solid surface. And then in addition to that, you don't see a solid line, but there is, I'm going to try to show it to you. Not this dotted line, but just beneath it, there's a little bit of perforation along there. And they are saying that it is optional to pull that as well, so that you can take this little strip of wax paper off and seal it down below. I'm going to talk about that some more. I don't view that as an optional thing at all, because if you don't have that sealed, then it's going to be hanging open down at the bottom, sort of like a face shield, and we've already talked about that on this channel. So I'm just going to go ahead and break these. Let's see if I can see it. So when you just pull, and you see that the fabric stretches, but of course the wax paper doesn't. In my case, it tore up a little bit higher than that dash, but that's not a big deal. And then what you're supposed to do is, I'm going to do this quote-unquote optional pulling apart all along this dotted line at the bottom. I hope you can see that, because I can't even see what I'm doing on camera when I'm trying to do this for you. All right, so then the instruction is to peel off. I'm just going to peel them most of the way. They said peel off, but what I noticed in the video is that the model didn't peel them off. The model peeled them off most of the way. So I'm going to peel off these side pieces most of the way. Turn it around, try not to get it stuck onto itself. Now, they do say, yeah, you could reuse this, but it will lose its stickiness, its tackiness, so I'm not really going to recommend that. So they say don't pull and stretch it, because when I discussed with them my concerns about the stretchiness and whether that would potentially let water or other things inside, they said they really do not mean for you to stretch this, and that in fact stretching it too much will give you less sort of breathing room, if you will. So they first showed sticking it to the nose. I can't believe I'm doing this on camera, guys. At that point, I think I'm just gonna, I never seem to be, ow, got my hair in there. I never seem to be able to do this without having some part that's like folded a little bit. So this ended up just folding a little bit. I'm just gonna stick it down. I think I'm gonna, okay, so I do have a little bit that's folded in here. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Everything is stuck. And then at the bottom, I am going to take off this piece, this last piece, little strip of wax paper. So under here, this is what they're calling optional. I don't know if you can see that. They're saying it's optional to close this part. And I respectfully disagree, because if you have that open, you can be spilling your own respiratory droplets down below your mask. So okay. Got a good seal? I think so. Well, guys, I can say this is not for the claustrophobic, okay? It's barely for me. I am working a little bit hard. You can see it sucking in and ballooning out, so it sucks in when I inhale. I'm not really inhaling that hard, and it balloons out. I'm trying to get a little more of room in there. Guys, this feels awfully tight. This is not something I think very many people could do for a very long time. I don't think it's unsafe, but I definitely wouldn't want to do this and like run up a flight of stairs. So I think what I'm going to do is take it off and put another one on with even less. Maybe I stretched it a little. I don't know. I'm going to try to put it on like a little, not quite so far back here, but have it about here, so maybe I can get a little more space in here. Now to take it off, they say to hold your skin in one direction and peel the product in the other. Oh, I can't say it hurts, but I do have kind of sensitive skin. All right, so I got another one out. I'm going to break these 3 areas, and then I'm just going to break it all along that lower line that I showed you. Since I showed it to you once, I'll let myself see better what I'm doing this time around. So this time I'm going to try to put this thing on with more slack, I guess is the right word. So I'm going to try to, instead of laying it as far as it goes, which I didn't stretch it, but I just laid it down to its full length, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to lay it here, and I'll have to deal with some extra bubbling and space in front of me there. Because I think the act of actually peeling these off while it's on your face is what maybe stretched it to its full length. So I'm taking them all the way off. I'm going to fasten that on my nose. Try to not get my hair in there. And then I'm just going to try to keep this here. That makes any sense? So there's a lot more slack. And now I suspect when I pull this bottom strip out, I'm going to have to deal with a little excess, you know, material here. But my hope is that's going to give me more slack and more breathing room. Oops. All right. I think you see what I mean. You have to be prepared to kind of lose a couple of these. That is a little bit better. I've got some folds here. You know, if I were going out, I would have to get this tape down better, but let's just... That's definitely better. You can see I do have a seal, even though some of it folded and stuck out here. I've got it all sealed underneath that. You can see that because it's ballooning out when I exhale. I could probably do this like long enough to get a haircut or something. I'm just going to show you for good measure. The safety goggles, they're not going to fog because this thing is totally sealed down. So, yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't think there's any safety concerns with this thing. I don't really feel that I could wear this for very long. I personally have kind of sensitive skin. So actually I'm going to get this off of here. If you just pull it off like this, it's going to hurt. You really do have to hold tension against it in the opposite direction. Ooh. Yeah. On this first. I'm going to look and see about the water resistance. Sure enough, it does look water resistant. So let me, just for good measure, I'm going to put this one back on my arm, one I already had on my face, and I'm going to stretch it a little bit. And I'm going to see about, oh yeah, it still beads up. Okay, guys, I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm glad. I was worried that once this was stretched, and I didn't check that before. I did go through putting one of these on and taking it off before I did a video, but I didn't do the water test until just now. So, you know, one thing I want to revisit, because guys, I just don't think it's possible for me to overstate this, is that that strip at the very bottom that the retailer refers to as sort of optional, that you can leave it open if you want the mask to be a little more like a breathable. You know, guys, I just can't think of anything less socially responsible than leaving that open. They market it as though it's an option to make the mask more breathable. They market it as though it's an option for, you know, if you have a beard or something like that. I don't recommend using this product. If you're going to feel like it has to be open at the bottom, then I don't think you should use it at all. I know that masks themselves aren't completely sealed, like with adhesive at the very bottom, but they are made in such a way that they cup down. Most of them are, you know, somewhat under the chin. Something like the Spidertech, being left open at the bottom is a little more like a shield because it's just, you know, straight down. It's not cupped under the chin at all. So I just can't recommend that. And so guys, I'm back. It's been about a half an hour since I took off the Spidertech mask during the review. And I just wanted to do a quick follow-up because I did notice that I've got a little bit, I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but I'm a little red right here. I'm a little red right here. And I've actually got like a little hive right there that's itching. I'm not saying that I don't recommend this product because my skin is unusually sensitive, but I do want to reiterate that I think it's going to be very important to ascertain how your skin is going to behave with this adhesive. Now, this is an adhesive of medical tape. It's meant for skin, but kinesiology tape is more typically put around knees, elbows, ankles, not facial skin. And I think that it's going to be really important to try this in advance in your home and just make sure that you don't have any kind of a reaction to it, or that you just don't feel that it's just going to be particularly harsh on your skin. This was only on, you know, for just a couple of minutes while I was doing the video, and I do feel like it's left my skin feeling a little bit itchy and raw. I'm sure that'll go away. I'm not real worried about it, but I just wanted to... So I guess for now what I'm going to have to do is just keep cutting my own hair. That's what I've been doing. So it turns out you used to have to be able to read if you want to learn something new, but now all you have to be able to do is watch YouTube. So yeah, I've actually learned how to cut my hair. I'm sure there's plenty of problems with it if you know what you're looking for and you get real close, but whatever, it's working. I don't think the spider mask is going to work for me, but I do think it's a great idea. And I think that if it's okay with your skin, it's a really good product that might solve some unique problems and have some good applications. So if you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing. If you are a subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing and sharing the content with people who might find it helpful. And until next time, be well. Bye-bye.